Hi, my name is Marta.
Hi, my name is Boris.
I am his daughter.
I am her father.
I am a native speaker, and I will read the current news.
I am not native speaker, and I will ask questions when I don't understand something.
We speak slowly and use simple words so that you can easily understand what we are talking about.
More you listen to our podcast, more you understand. More you understand, more you learn English.
Bad English is a podcast for people who want to learn English in an easy and in the most effective way.
All you need is to just listen for 10 to 15 minutes every day to our podcast.
Let's start. So our first news of the day is Haiti PM Ariel Henry survived assassination attempt.
Wait. What is PM?
A PM, the P stands for prime and the M for prime minister.
P stands for prime and
M for minister.
stands for minister. PM.
Prime minister.
And what is assassination attempt?
To assassinate is a verb similar to murder or to kill. The only difference is that it's usually you're killing a person who's very important for either political or maybe religious reasons. And why it's called an attempt, if I attempt to do something, I try and do something that would be very hard and very difficult. So I'm making an effort to achieve it.
Thank you, Marta.
Haiti PM Ariel Henry survived assassination attempt. Gunmen tried to kill Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry during an event on Saturday to mark the anniversary of the country's independence, officials say. The incident happened as Mr. Henry took part in the ceremony at a church in the northern city of Gonaives. The Prime Minister's office said bandits and terrorists were behind the assassination attempt, and that arrest warrants had been issued for the suspects. One person was killed and 2 others were injured in the gunfight between the armed men and security forces, local media reported.
What the awful situation.
What an awful situation.
Next news, please.
South Africa Parliament fire flares up again.
Sorry, flyers up? What is it?
A flare is a very sudden and short burst of a bright flame or light.
Okay. And flares up, it's...
When something flares up, it is a situation in which something like violent pain, anger, or in this case a fire, suddenly starts or gets much worse. The fire first broke out on Sunday and completely destroyed the National Assembly. Police have arrested a suspect who will appear in court on Tuesday on charges of arson, housebreaking, and theft. Authorities had warned that flare-ups would be possible because of carpets and wooden floors in the building. The parliament is not currently in session because of the holidays, and no one was injured. The building is home to thousands of treasures, including historic books, photographs, and important works of art, which officials said have been saved.
Sad situation as well. I don't know why news usually about sad situations. What do you think?
News tend to be more negative and, like you said, sad, because it's talking about everything that's happening in the world, and there's a lot of bad stuff happening that seems more important than positive news, because we actually have to do something about the negative stuff. Next news is about COVID-19. French MPs get death threats over support for a vaccine pass.
Please wait one more minute. We did have PM and now MP. Is it difference?
There is a difference because a PM is a prime minister and an MP is a member of parliament.
And death threat. Death, I understand what, but threat?
A threat is almost a warning, and it's something that you say, it's a statement of an intention to inflict pain, injury, damage, or anything else that is bad on someone else for something that they have done, or perhaps not done. In this case, French members of parliament, they were threatened to die over support for the vaccine pass in France.
Okay, proceed.
For months, France has asked people to show either proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test to access many public venues. But the French government has decided to remove the option to show a negative test in response to record increases in infections, driven by the highly contagious Omicron and Delta variants of COVID. The government is aiming to bring the vaccine pass into force in mid-January, once it has been approved by Parliament. Several French MPs say they have received death threats over their support for the vaccination pass. Last week, Interior Minister said police would strengthen protections for elected officials ahead of the vote on vaccine passes.
Yes, it was one more negative news, and especially now with all the situation with COVID-19. But we have one more news, and I hope this one will be more cheerful. Can we say that?
Mm-hmm.
Please?
CPR by dog.
Wait. What is CPR? I know I had this abbreviation. What it stands for?
CPR, C stands for cardio, P stands for pulmonary, and R stands for resuscitation.
It's very complicated.
Yes, but cardio is about the heart, pulmonary is about the lungs, and resuscitation means that you're making it work again. That allows the blood flow to the brain and to everywhere else.
So CPR I saw in movies when some person make pushing the breast of person when this person doesn't breathe.
Yes, sometimes if a person is unconscious, which means that they're not breathing, something they can do if they're lying down is that you take your hands and you kind of start pushing on where the heart is, because if the heart isn't moving, you're imitating how it's beating so that blood can flow again. So to make sure that other organs work and the blood starts to flow.
Okay, and this news about CPR by dog. Interesting?
Indeed. Pancho is an 8-year-old Cocker Spaniel from Madrid, and he is a very good police dog who could even save his partner's life. At a show for police dogs, he ran to his partner who fell to the ground. He started jumping onto his chest to perform CPR. He even put his head on the officer's neck to check for a pulse. After doing this for a while, the police officer got up. The crowd loved the performance. Wasn't that nice?
Yes, I agree with you. So, this is it for today.
Yes, this episode has come to an end.
We will be happy if you press button like under this episode.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast.
Also, you can ask questions and write comments under each episode.
Have a nice day.
Bye bye.